Big news. We just closed on our third Airbnb. Nuts. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I have guestesses. Are you my guest? Yes, I have. Obviously, my husband of how many years now?
22.
I saw you.
Allwood. 27
Oh,
years if he lives another night.
you didn't say
And
happy or sad.
this is our little daughter, Ariana. So, Ari, we just did part one of this family update podcast with your sister, Ava. And it's the first time Ava's ever been on the podcast. Is this your first time here?
No.
No, it's not your first time on the podcast.
She walks in all the time.
When have you been on the podcast, baby?
Sometimes whenever I'm leaving with my friends.
Oh, well, that's when Mom is just like coaching some of the women in my group.
And also sometimes whenever, one time when I was 4, I was on.
Really? Is that when we were in the middle of adopting you? You had just come to live with us and you came in and you called me mommy in front of everybody. And I was like, well, we've got an announcement to make, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when that was? Okay.
How
So,
old are you now?
yeah, how old are you? 10. How many years have you been with our family?
6.
Forever. 6. Can you believe? Yeah. So we did part one with Ava a few minutes ago. So for those of you that are listening to the podcast, if you're not watching on YouTube, first of all, go look on YouTube and maybe you can leave a comment for Ari below. Would that be a good reading assignment for you when this comes out? You could read all the comments on YouTube. Okay. And so go get the update on Ava Baby's life there. And Ari asked if she could join Jason and I just for the first few minutes of this podcast. And so that is what we're doing. So they're wanting a life update. Ari, can you tell everybody what stumbled onto our driveway last night?
A cat.
All right. Tell them about the cat.
Name's Greyhawk.
No, it's not. I'm gonna name it Charlie.
I thought she was naming it Judy.
I'm naming it Charlie.
Charlie? Where did Charlie come from?
Said that this morning too.
Charlie, because it goes good with Stella and Lola.
Stella and Lola and Charlie. Who in this house is allergic to cats? Who in this house does not like cats? Who's wanting a cat? I know. Okay, so we'll let people decide whether or not Ari gets a cat. How's that? We should also let the people decide.
It's an outside cat.
When will Ari? Yes, it is. What did we feed it last night? What did we feed it?
We fed it dog food.
I know because we didn't have any cat food, but Daddy did go get cat food. What are you doing, sweet cheeks?
Yeah, and the squirrel's eating the cat food today.
Oh yeah, there was a squirrel on the deck eating or on the front porch eating the cat food today.
Feeding all the animals.
We are feeding all the animals. Is there anything else about your life that you would like to update everybody about? For Christmas, you're really wanting a
Oculus and the phone.
an Oculus, a phone, and then
A cat.
you
Like
wanted
a ferret.
a bunk bed that's
Oh,
up
yeah.
high, right? Oh, and she wants a ferret.
Yeah.
We'll ask everybody to vote on should Ari get an outside cat, a ferret, a phone, or an Oculus. Are those our options?
I think you get books.
No.
No. Oh, we did just order, oh wait, let me rephrase it.
Oh, you just ruined it.
Okay, I was gonna say we're gonna order. Tell everybody the book series that you're in love
It's
with.
called False Prince, and I'm on the second book right now.
It's called False Prince. They're reading it at school, and it's like, is it a set of 5, Ben?
Yep.
And is Mom a sucker for books? Do I ever say no to books?
Mm-hmm.
I no, I don't.
No, I don't know how to say.
Of all 4 kids, who's the one that likes to read the most? Are you favorite child? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Ava says that she is
I know.
Dad's favorite.
That everybody says, because
Who
Mom
says?
tells everybody they're my favorite.
Who says also their favorite? Noah and Easton.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you missing brothers?
Yeah.
Which brother's coming home this weekend?
Easton.
Yep. And there is a little bit of another family update. What's happening with Easton next year?
He's getting married.
Getting married. What day is he getting married on? Do you remember?
The 4th or the 11th? 7-11.
7-Eleven. You've probably never been to a 7-Eleven store, have you? It's like a quick trip.
They don't have them in Kansas City.
So they're called National Slurpee Day, 7-Eleven. So he's getting married on 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
And so he's moving home from Arizona in April, right? Is there anybody else that's considering moving back to Kansas City, maybe?
Bella.
Well, Bella, he's
His
marrying
name
her.
is-
Yep.
His name is
Noah.
Noah is how do you feel about maybe both of your brothers being back home in Kansas City?
He would have to live in the basement.
He'll probably get his own apartment, sweet cheeks. But
He already has had his apartment.
he
Maybe
has,
live-
but now
maybe-
he lives in his own
Maybe
apartment
you could
in
live in the
Scottsdale.
basement.
No, I'm not living in the basement. It's scary down there.
Maybe I'll go live in the basement.
I'd like to go live in the basement.
JK. How do you feel about having both of your brothers back to Kansas City?
Mm.
Possibly? How does it make you feel?
Good.
Could be fun.
Yeah? Have you missed them?
Yeah.
All right, me too. All right, let's skedaddle you and
Oh,
Daddy and I are gonna
come
finish the podcast, okay?
Bye.
We'll only say good things about you. Ari, thank you for being a superstar and being here with us today.
Are you gonna have to find your cat?
No.
Okay. Will you make dinner? JK.
I thought you were gonna look for your cat.
All right, down you go. Down you go. We love you. Mr. Allwood.
This is Allwood.
Hi. Hi, babe.
I
we-
saw that.
No.
Ari, you've
Yes.
seen us kiss a million times, darling.
No,
What is it with kids and I mean,
the camera.
well, okay, let me ask you this. Do you have any memories of your parents like kissing or holding hands or anything when you were growing up?
Not that I remember,
I'm
no.
adjusting this really.
Okay.
Remember I told you that like one time I was in the car and I remember my parents holding hands and me thinking, oh my gosh, like it
They
just,
like each other?
they like each other and both of our parents are divorced. So we've always done public affection or PDA. What would I call it? We've
Yeah,
always done
PDA,
affection in front of
yeah.
our kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's good.
We've never shielded them from, I mean, we're fully clothed, but
On most times.
most of the times. There has been that time or two when doors were unlocked.
It's always Ava.
It's- it is Ava. It
Always.
is always Ava. Knock. The door is closed.
Yep. Feel sorry for her. Paying for Kim. Paying for Kim.
One time I was on a cruise ship. It feels like I'm about ready to start like a really bad joke
Oh my goodness.
because well, her brothers were in one room. It was the
Yep.
week before we got a phone call about Ari, and her brothers were staying in one room, and she wanted to stay in our room, and they went to go somewhere, and she had a key card, and
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were wrestling, but I think she needed therapy over that one. So
That one for
God
sure.
bless it. But anyway, hi, sweetheart. How are you? I put a list
Just
together of
airing all
life
the-
updates.
airing all the stuff, huh? Just
We're airing all the
yeah,
stuff. You know what?
okay.
People need more. They need more real and less fabricated. So,
a little spice.
did I forget to hit record down here?
No, you did it.
It's recording. Okay.
Okay.
Big news. We just closed on our third Airbnb. Nux.
Nux.
It's called Bougie on the Beach, Miramar, because it's in Miramar Beach. Are you following it yet on Instagram?
I am not following on Instagram.
How is it that your wife is supposed to be like a social media expert, teacher, whatever, and you don't have social media?
Well, you taught me not to get on social media.
Well, I did because
Well,
it's
because
a
you also
time
said-
suck and it's a peace sucker and it's a lot of things. I feel itchy right now. I just keep itching things. Sorry.
You also said that that would get kicked off social media if I was ever to get on it because
Yeah,
I
you
would
would.
say something that was
You wouldn't probably keep everything politically correct. And also you would call people out on their nonsense. So like if we saw a friend who posted, my husband is the greatest. By the way, this is not a real life example.
okay.
Happy anniversary to my husband, who's the greatest husband on the planet. Da, da, da. And you'd be like, that is such bullcrap. She's always griping about like we don't have an actual friend, but I'm just saying it. That was probably a weird example, huh?
That was probably weird.
But it was probably a weird example, but you would be like, I call BS. And then I'd be like, and now we're gonna have no friends. And then
They're gonna unfriend me.
yeah.
But I feel like though I'd probably get canceled. But then I feel like if you get canceled, then like you like your base at that point in time, right?
Well, yeah, you do. You definitely do if you get canceled.
If you get canceled, I feel like sometimes like there's been people get canceled and they come back and they're like, yeah, now I know what.
Like the guy that owns the pillow company,
Oh yeah,
the super conservative guy. I
Yeah.
can't remember even his name.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Magic Mike or
No.
pillow.
No,
whatever
it's
called.
definitely not Magic Mike. That is a stripper.
His name is Mike though, I think.
Is it a stripper? I did not
Uh,
see the show.
Is Magic Mike stripper? I don't know. I didn't watch that show either. I thought the guy's
Um,
name was Mike though, but he does My
What's the
Pillow.
Pillow. My
Oh.
Pillow. Hey, let's ask Siri. Hey Siri, who owns the My Pillow company?
If I'm right.
What's his name?
What does it say?
Oh,
Did you
Mike
check?
Lindell.
See,
Okay,
what'd I tell you?
but a different Mike than Magic Mike, just so we established that.
Okay. Well, at least
Back to Bougie on the Beach, Miramar. So we
Yeah.
closed on that
Yep.
2 weeks ago, and then
was it 2 weeks ago?
I went last week.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever want to go down to any of our properties until I have them done? This is the third time that you've been like, meh, because you haven't even seen this yet. I've been down once to look at it, once to do the inspection,
Correct.
I sold all the furniture out of it
Correct.
last week and got all the contractors started who I'd already hired weeks before. And so when are you planning on going down?
When's it gonna be done?
I don't, it'll be done before January 1st.
I'll go down January 2nd.
Do you think that people think that we're weird because of that?
I don't care.
I know you don't care. I know you don't care. But why do I feel like I need to explain why you don't go with me?
Well, because like your passion is like you love spinning plates, like like you
Talking to a contractor here, somebody's coming to pick
Yeah,
up furniture
you-
here,
yeah.
I'm making a deal here.
Yeah,
Yes.
you love all that stuff. You love spinning plates.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind spinning plates, but you go to the extreme.
You don't do well in that sort of chaos.
Like it's like the to the extreme rock and no
Like
you
stays watch chump like a candle dance. Is that wrong? Okay.
yeah. So you enjoyed that.
I do.
We also have $2 at home.
Mhm.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of
If they
immediate.
watched,
We don't have a lot of immediate family here in town.
we have 4 sets of parents between because both of our parents are remarried.
Well, my father's passed away.
Your
He can't
father
really watch
passed
him.
away, I know, but so
I don't have a relationship with my mother,
yes,
so it's just
Yeah.
all a lot of
It's- yeah.
stuff. So
we don't
um,
have somebody that can take
yeah.
them overnight. And
if East and No move back, then we'll have a babysitter.
amen.
There we
Come
go.
on back, boys.
There you go.
Well, because yeah,
So we have that because we also this last one was by far the goofiest closing of all time, right? Right?
it was weird.
I mean,
Yes.
it was like
It took extra
we were going to
time.
close, we're not going to close, we want to do this, we're going to do that. Like so, it was a lot of chaos, and in that chaos, Noah did come home.
Mhm, he did.
So like it wasn't like it was just like, oh, we're going to close on Tuesday, and then I'll go down on Wednesday. Like I think we closed on a
I had
Thursday,
3
and you
different
like left on
flights
Friday.
to
Yeah, I
leave.
mean, so
3 different flights to leave because I wasn't sure. Because here's what happened. Bougie on the Beach, Miramar, go find it on Instagram, was 2 separate condos.
Yeah.
And it's in Miramar Beach. So it's in between, if you've been to the Panhandle, Florida, it's in between Destin and 30A. So it's 10 minutes to Destin, 10 minutes to 30A. It's about 25 minutes to the airport. It's a lovely little spot. This condo is in like a resort. Like there's 4 buildings. We're on the 5th floor. There's 2 pools, one of which is heated. There's a hot tub. There's a workout room. There's pickleball courts. Hey.
haven't seen it.
And so it's just got a totally different feel. What the heck was my point?
I don't think you're just telling where it's at. Anyways, the
Oh,
2 units
so
had to
you
get
took, yes, go ahead.
no,
No,
by,
you go.
by all means.
No, you go.
I'd love to hear you talk.
No, I hate talking. Go
Okay.
ahead.
They had 2 units. It had to get combined into one, so there was a tax thing on that. So it was just a lot of weird
Yeah.
things that happened in it.
They had to like combine 2 tax
Combine 2
numbers,
tax units. Yeah. So
combine 2 addresses,
Yeah.
combine 2 HOAs. So we weren't exactly sure when the closing was
gonna
going to
close.
happen.
So-
And that's hard when you do have kids.
that being said, first place we bought, I could probably call an attorney and get you some kind of lawsuit against you because I was drugged up on painkillers and whatnot.
You were like 10 minutes out from surgery on your hip, and I was like, baby,
Hey,
baby, I found that house.
I found the
think we should
place.
buy."
I found a place.
That's not exactly how it worked.
Yeah.
Your accident was on Father's Day,
Yeah.
and we purchased that.
October. It was our anniversary. No.
We closed on it my 50th birthday.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we closed on it July the 3rd.
The second one was
The second one, we were just getting ready to go back in surgery. And
yeah.
so I went down to that one. But the truth is, like, I love the chaos piece of it. And I think you like coming in at the end to help me, like, you like just to see it when it's kind of all done.
I don't mind to see it when all done because I did a lot of work. I did a
You
lot
did
of
a
work.
ton of work in the Arizona
Arizona
house.
house,
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. But it's just a matter of me going down and having things to put together or to fix or whatever else. I need to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
So anyways, all that to say, if it's not broken, why try to fix it?
Right.
We buy them sight unseen. She goes down, makes them beautiful, and bada boom, bada bing. I come in on January 2nd. And
Thank you for trusting me.
yeah, well,
It is a lot of pressure because I'm like, what if he hates it? What if he gets here and he's
I
like,
have
this
opinions.
is a dump, Jennifer.
well, I
You
got
do have
opinions.
opinions.
Yeah.
This condo is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Correct.
It's got 2 separate living rooms because again, they combined 2 condos
Has 2
into one.
kitchens.
It's nope, just 1 kitchen. It's big though. It's 2,100 square feet, whereas our other one's like 1,100 square feet. And it will be available after January 1st. So I am determined to have this thing done by Christmas. So one of the things Jason and I were talking about is like the first condo that we have, Bougie on the Beach on Instagram in Florida on 30A. It took me 4 months to remodel that one. And that's just too long because because you can't.
But there was a lot of work to be done in that.
There was, but it's also super small.
Yeah.
And so it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, but I just didn't know what I didn't know. So then by the time we bought the Arizona one, which is just outside of Scottsdale, and that is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath that sleeps 11.
Mhm.
It was a much bigger property,
Mhm.
but the people had, they took everything out with them. Like
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
was empty.
previously an
Yeah.
Airbnb. And
Yeah.
so it was empty, which in a lot of ways made it a little bit easier, but it still took me 2.5 months to remodel that
We
one
did a lot of
and
work
to
on that place
redecorate
too,
it.
though. We did.
But this one is a similar in size to Arizona, and I will have this one done in 6 weeks because I now have a process. And, I have figured out like what things need ordered. I met with contractors before we even closed on the property. Like I have a whole like methodology now.
She
I
got
keep
something.
thinking, I keep thinking I need to turn this into a course and
Staying
just,
place. Staying place.
and teach other people, because there are people on here who I know are wanting to buy an Airbnb, especially if you're out of state and you don't know how to manage it. And you also just need to get it up for rental as soon as possible so you can get people in it. And so anyway,
Yeah,
it'll be
and there's two
done
ways to look at
January
it.
1.
You can do it yourself and take the time, or you can get it, meet contractors and
Yeah, time is money at this point.
let
So
rip, tater chip.
that is our Bougie on the Beach Miramar. We talked about the cat. You've
Okay.
got a new drop coming at Fairway Finest. So this podcast episode, baby, will probably come out next week. Will your
Okay.
new drops of polos be out?
They'll be coming out next week. Yes. So right now
Okay.
we're running what we're calling a warehouse sale, a Friendsgiving sale. I think I've called it a Black Friday sale. I've called it every kind of sale you can think of. It's a sale to get rid of the current inventory we have, to make room for the new stuff that we have coming in. The new stuff's in. It's just in a lot of boxes in the basement.
Okay, what are some of the colors, the designs of the new ones?
It's colors and designs. I could.
The one is like purplish. If
Yeah.
they're watching on YouTube, you can hold something
I
up.
can.
Or Easton. Hey, it's okay. Easton will do me a hot salad for your father here. If you'll just put overlay of a picture.
Yeah. So look
So
at that one there. That's my friend.
Blue.
Yep. It's kind of
And
that's blue. That
that's
one's.
lovely. It's florally.
Yep. And then this one was the other day.
This is fabulous. Who took the picture? I would like photography,
my
right?
wife did the other day. Yes, that's this
Yes.
one. It's kind of a pink.
It's pink. So again, go to fairwayfinest.com.
Oh, why is it playing music?
I
What
don't
happened there?
know.
Oh,
It's
that's
always
fun.
weird when your phone
Yeah.
starts doing things you don't want to do.
Oh.
And then you have one more for
It's
sure.
our senior picture. It's our
Let's,
daughter.
let's not show that.
Oh man.
Okay.
It's not a bad picture.
Well,
for
no,
my
it's not a
daughter.
bad picture, but
The other one
I'm
is
I'm gonna be.
is a purple like that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm,
We were
mhm.
talking, if you guys didn't see part one of this where I interviewed Ava, we talked about her senior photos and they're just
Yeah.
very, very different. Like they look like she could be on the cover of a Vogue magazine.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it is a lot of really great lighting. She does not look 16, she looks 26.
Yes.
So the pictures that I will be sharing on the internet are probably all the ones of her smiling and looking like a 16-year-old and not the others. So I know she would actually love to do
I think she'd love to do
some
modeling.
modeling.
Yeah.
She would.
Well, she's done it
And
before for some
she could.
local places here.
Yeah.
So
She's stunning. She's
She is.
short, but she is stunning.
she's a cute.
So Fairway Finest drop.
So
excited about that.
sales happening now, and
Yep.
then the drop will happen next week, and then to the races we go.
Yeah. So Ava and I kind of covered the fact that we might have both boys back here as
Oh, yeah.
soon as Mayish of
April,
next
May,
year.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Noah's just pondering the idea of maybe transitioning back to Kansas City. His lease happens to be up the same time that Easton's graduating
Yeah.
from GCU. For those of you going, wait, Easton's graduating already? Yes, he's graduating a year ahead of time.
He is.
took 8 or 9 classes.
He took a lot over the summer.
At home this summer. It's really weird the way that GCU does it, but also insanely
You know what? I saw
incredible.
GCU on ESPN today. I was watching the Pat McAfee
Really?
show when I was down on the Peloton.
Well, they've
I'm
had a
just
lot
watching.
of press lately because they just won a lawsuit, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, but
And after the
that's a-
election, there were a lot of.
that's a ESPN. That's
things
a
going on there.
national broadcast.
Yeah,
That's
good for
that's
them.
good for them. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
We can't
Uh,
say enough good things. At least I can't about Grand Canyon University. What about you?
I only have one complaint.
Which is?
I never saw the campus before we got to go there.
I know. Well, it's because you had just had surgery, so I had to do that trip. But
So, yeah,
GCU.
but I saw pictures of it and it is gorgeous. And I've
Me
been
too.
out there and I moved them in and they got a well-oiled machine out
just
there.
hold my itchy hand on a cold glass of water. It's just itchy. Remember when I had hives before?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, please don't let that ever come back.
No,
Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this like this.
you showed the
But-
freezer floor
I know I'd get hives on the bottom of my feet. It was from stress. And
at the
so,
restaurant.
but GCU is where Easton goes to college.
Mhm.
It is help me out here,
It's a
public Christian college.
Faith-based university. Yes.
So not all the kids and not all the professors are Christians,
What they say?
but they
What
have
somebody say that?
lots of Christian opportunities. They said it's a third, a third, a third. So a third of the kids are
Yeah.
sold out for Jesus, following the Lord. That would be Easton. A third of the kids are going there because they've grown up in church and their parents want them to go there. And a
Yeah.
third of the kids have no faith whatsoever, but may or may not be influenced by other kids on campus. So there's Bible studies. There's not a church on campus,
Nope,
but
there's
there
church on
are
campus, but they do have worship night.
services.
Mhm.
I 100% suggest you go find Grand Canyon University on Instagram, especially their worship Instagram account. Oh my gosh, to see 20,000 kids in the gymnasium, holding their hands up and praising the Lord is just like next level.
They do not have an NCAA football team,
That's
but they do
the
have
only
an
thing they don't have.
NCAA basketball
That is
team
incredible,
that has
yeah.
made the tournament the last couple of years.
But their college tuition has not gone up in 15 years. We sound like
Something
a walking
crazy like-
advertisement
yeah,
for them. They
it's
should
crazy.
literally pay us to advertise
Yeah.
for them. They only go to classes 2 days a week. So Easton goes to classes on Wednesdays and Fridays. So it's a longer day,
Yep.
and the class, you sit in the classroom for a longer period of time, but then you're able to do so many other things the rest of the time. And most kids graduate in 3.5 years, doing it that way. So they have an incredible, I think they have 25,000 kids on campus, and I think it's another 20,000 or something in the online. Their college tuition, like I said, has not gone up in 15 years. It was cheaper for us to send Easton to Arizona than it was for us to send Noah an hour and a half away to get his associate's degree.
Yep.
Insane.
To a Division II school.
And GCU is, I mean, the campus is incredible. It's not your mama's dorm rooms. It's not like
No.
back when I had a
No.
dorm, it was like me and my roommate, we barely had room to shimmy past each other's beds, and they were Murphy beds that came out of the walls.
Yeah. But also
all the kids
you're
have.
also in Arizona. Like it's sunny 375 days a year.
Why do they get bigger rooms just because they're in Arizona?
Because they need more space.
Oh, they do not.
Yeah.
It's just because
They got more
I'm old.
swimsuits.
But they have
like 19.
They have 8 pools on
I was gonna say
campus.
they have a lot of swim.
I mean, it's like a resort.
They got
All
27
and
basketball
everything.
courts. That's where
Yes.
Ethan's always at playing hoops.
You look
So-
like you're ready to run. Are you leaving me?
No, I'm
Okay.
just chatting.
What are we having for dinner, baby? Turkey. You can tell them.
Yeah, we're having turkey dinner. It's I bought a turkey the other day because it was on sale. I don't even know where I was at. And turkey breast
Mhm.
and
On a Monday night, we're
Monday
having like Thanksgiving dinner.
yep. Mashed potatoes are already done.
Yeah.
Are you doing macaroni and cheese?
Ava is making macaroni and cheese. So I want to talk
turkey.
also that I had dry needling done on my hip
Oh
today.
goodness.
Yes.
Been there.
So
Been there,
bless.
done that.
Okay, so here's you and I, the last life update we did was this summer, and I had told them that like I was having these weird hip pains, and
Let me get you some
no,
ice
I
or
just
something.
don't know why. Is it red? It is
Yeah.
red.
Well, it's because you've been scratching it.
I know, and I don't know why I'm scratching it. It just itches.
So you got some on? Is there some? did you pet
I
that
feel
cat?
hot. Earlier today, remember I was like hot, and I shouldn't be having hot flashes because I've been on hormones for so long that I don't really have
You are
hot
hot.
flashes anymore. Hey, thanks, baby. Even with, look at me, I don't even have on makeup right now. It's okay.
I don't
Okay,
either.
so when Jason was in the middle of recovery after his cycling accident, he broke his hip. He had 3 hip surgeries in 3 years. Those are bad memories, aren't they,
Let's talk
baby?
about that.
Let's talk about that. I started having some hip pain on my left hip, same hip that he had hurt. So I would jokingly say, wait, what is our
This
camera
got
doing
dark.
up there?
Yeah.
I hope it's not dying.
You better go fast.
I would jokingly say I was just having sympathy pains. Turns out something is actually wrong with my hip. I have bursitis, which is so stupid. I will forever say like bursitis and plantar fasciitis, which I don't have,
Sexy.
but they're like the most non-sexy words. Like Mel said today, she goes, they're not words that pretty people would have those
Yeah.
diagnoses. So I'm like,
Yeah.
can we change the word bursitis? But anyway, they've been trying to do PT on my hip. It has not helped. So today they did dry needling, and I wanted to cry like a baby there. This
Yep.
guy named Ryan, who I'm pretty sure got a full view of my booty, because turns out when you have hip pain, a lot of the times it's because it's in your
You-
glutes.
Can't be modest.
Yeah, so we
Drop
had to
Drop 'em.
drop it like it's hot, and he's literally sticking needles into my butt cheek. And
Yeah.
I'm 53, and at this point, I don't think I care.
I don't care.
I
Yeah.
know. I told him, I kind of feel like when I was in labor, where you get to the point where you're like, I don't even care
Yeah.
who's in the room at this point. And then
That's what I'm working with.
but I also was reminding myself of, remember how I got real angry in the middle of childbirth with each of our kids?
Oh,
And I'm super mild mannered, but then remember I was kind of like yelling at Dr. Seifert. I was like, if you would clean your glasses, I would be able to see my reflection better, because
Yeah.
I could see my reflection of my hoo-ha in his glasses as I was delivering a baby. So anyway, I didn't say that to Ryan today.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't even know Ryan's last name or anything. All I know is his name's
fine.
Ryan, and he sticks needles in my butt.
he's seen.
And-
What about the doctor put his hand on your pants the other day?
Okay, time out. He put a hand down the side of my leggings because he was wanting to feel
Had to feel the hip.
my hip to
Uh-huh.
see where it was tight.
That's where you feeling was tight.
Yeah, you're freaking mess. God, I love you. He's a
That's it.
mess. This is why I stay married to him, because he's fun.
That's what he was making sure your hip was tight, huh?
My hip was tight. Yep, everything's feeling tight. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
anyway,
so the hip pain
we are
is-
off the rails.
so the dry needling had to go.
It hurt so bad. He stuck 3 needles in, and it was like my.
I'm not
well,
laughing,
First
but
of all, I would
I'm
go
laughing.
like
Yeah.
this, and he's like, "Okay, no sudden movements
Yeah.
towards the guy with the needle," because
Yeah.
I'm wanting to like kind of come at him, but
Yeah.
he's the one putting the needle, and he would kind of
Take a
dig
deep breath.
it.
Take a
He's
deep
like,
breath.
"Jennifer, I'm gonna need you to breathe," and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And he's like, I feel like you're under a little bit of stress. You're freaking me,
Yeah.
butts exposed
You got
There's sticky
needle-
needles in
It's
it.
long in my hip. Yeah.
Uh,
One thing better is that when they hook the electrodes up to it, that's pretty fun too.
so anyway, we're hopeful that this helps. Is there anything else we want to talk about other than turkey?
Well, turkey in your pants, apparently,
Thank
and your
you.
tight hip.
I love you. This will surely get a lot of comments. Guys, thanks for being here.
Anything
And,
else you want to? Was there anything on the list?
I already talked with Ava about maybe Noah coming home
Oh,
early.
I'm gonna go make
Easton's
an-
graduating a year early. Ava's graduating a year early.
We could be empty nesters.
You and me, baby. I mean, the truth is, we can't wait to be empty nesters. Can we tell them that?
Why? Because what do you want to do? Walk around naked?
Are you opposed?
Well, we have a 10-year-old.
Oh, yes, we do have a 10-year-old. So, but we are looking for educational options for Ari next year
Yeah.
because I would really like to travel a whole lot more.
Well, I understand
And
that.
I want you
don't-
with me.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
And so we shall see what we can come up with. I am not thinking that she will do well at the 6th grade center. So we have lots of things
I
to
need to cut
discuss
this beard,
there.
don't I?
Well, not necessarily.
Maybe I should let it grow until December. Then I could be like.
Well,
Santa
you
Claus.
are in no shave November, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be long.
It is going to be long. It is going to be long. It's handsome though. All
I
right.
don't know about that.
We're babbling. Friends, thanks
Yeah.
for being here. We love you. We're about to have turkey dinner.
Still
He's
need to be
sending
on the
chicken
podcast?
grease. Bye-bye. Stella and Lola were both already like all up in my business. Stella, what's the matter? Do you want to be the star? Stella just wants to be the star.